is our favorite Sunday gathering, and I'm very pleased that all the feedback I got on my journey and the tour I did on the Tantra Soma, I got so many positive feedback. So I'm very encouraged and supported to continue our KARTA time, number 2, 2019. So let's just take 1 minute, tune in and close our eyes, and let's connect from our heart, deeply in our heart, connect to the heart of the Mother Earth that care for us and support us no matter what through all this winter time. And then the universe raining so many information, light, healing energy for us to be inspired and guided. So let's be grateful and connect to all of us, each of us, heart to heart. I wanted to start opening this heart temple because all my teaching lately on the journey was about rising to a higher frequency of love within ourselves and to radiate this all around us so it may impact people around us. So that was a very strong practice we had in this Tantra Soma. And now comes the KARTA time, and it thinks it's so accurate, so conjunctural, that opening was preparing us for what is now. So, personally, I am going through the same journey as everybody else, and my environment, immediate environment, is radically changing, and it was like in a snap, it happened in the space. Like my son decided to move to Montreal to study about music, and we were spending like the last 9 months together with a lot of creativity and construction in Le Martinet, and it was a nice father-son relationship, and bang, he's just disappeared for a few years probably, which is opening a space in Le Martinet. My daughter that was managing all the intendants and the buying and everything, Simran, she's deciding now, she's on 36 years and decide to shift and invest in her potential and her real soul longing, which is more like to be in the path of a healer and just take responsibility for that. So Le Martinet is opening up, and my immediate surrounding is opening up to new people to come, new constellation to happen. And this is happening also. People knock at the door, new people are interested, like the old timer of 7 years ago. Today, they went through the time and they proved it, some of them. And they are now on the front line delivering the message of their realization, their authenticity, and they like to join us again. So this is so exciting to see this puzzle of relationship remodeled, reformed, and expanded, and intensify new interconnectivity between all of us, and opening up a field of co-union is people who stand for their authenticity and their soul are now somehow representing a leader figure. They are able to really inspire others, and they start joining, and the universe is remodeling our constellation. Basically, that's what I am experiencing. And at first it felt like, phew, it's all down. Nothing that I knew will be the same. And the same time, when you come into your heart and you consider that enormous open field of possibilities, and to see that they start manifesting immediately, this is so encouraging. I just can't believe it. How quick it is. So my interpretation of this time is really in the flow of what you can hear everywhere. Is 7 years from the 2012 are definitely over. And I remember 3 years ago, that was the first March, where I decided to cut and come out of the box where I was there for so many years. So I don't know, there's something technical. I'm back. Let's see. So for now, what I went through myself is a sense of discovering a new land, a new landscape, a new environment, and this feeling of it is so new, so unexpected, and this feeling that time of the past will never come back. It's like we have gone through this wall. I was teaching all around. They said we are facing a wall. Today is just 1 week after, and I feel the wall disappeared, impossibilities disappeared, and that was linked to the past, and this is gone, absolutely gone. So what we are contemplating is now a huge field of possibilities for the new, but we can't figure it out. We can't control it. We can't guide it. We can't initiate it. We need to welcome that incredible new possibilities in many fields around us, and especially in a very unexpected way. So they will manifest, the universe is manifesting possibilities, and in the next 2-3 weeks, there will be a time to really start focusing two things. What are your needs in terms of your soul? What was this longing that for so many years you thought, why is it not working? Why is it not really going? And now all of a sudden, everything is for it. Everything is saying yes for it. So check out what are your deep needs from your soul. This longing you could not even continue to believe or dream is back on the scene. And this is, you need to invest that you want that. You want to fulfill the needs of your soul. And you need to set this intention very, very strongly, because all energy of manifestation are coming to us. I can feel it is possible now to set up new team and relationship. That's what I'm saying as the first thing, is that you may have a tough and strong relationship with people that you need to maintain, because they are key for your future development, and these are holding together with such a committed attitude that even though it is not the easiest, this is the best you have received. Now you have new relationship coming quickly in your life, like overnight. And you just need to welcome this new potential, the co-creation, the co-development, the co-union will very soon bear fruits and expand your network of how you impact the world. And it is true for me, and it is true for every one of us. So this is like multi-connectedness in multi-frequencies. Many different souls will come to you from many different levels of development. And it is just all organized for us to be able to be the best at our radiance, how we impact ourselves, the world, and how we elevate ourselves. So this is a time not to go for heaviness and drop your heaviness and work on your lightness of being, like we do in this level 1. Try to elevate, 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 because this is time to be light. It's not time to be heavy anymore. So all the stories of regret and broken heart and limitation in the love, or conditional relationship where the love was locked into concession. I do this for you, then you do this for me, and see how long it can be and all that stuff. I think this is the time to really, really elevate that and not accept any more concession, but invest in a much higher form of love, much bigger, much, I would say, almost impersonal love that is unconditional, that is a full tolerance of what is. Remember that all those who come to you, they belong to you. All situations that are coming to you, they belong to you. So you can go along just by expanding yourself. If you find yourself limited, it is your own self that shows that he is limited. Just take it for yourself. Don't project it on outside. It is a great time, a possibility to elevate yourself, elevate your frequency, and elevate your reality by changing the way you look at people, at relationship. This is very essential. So the first step you're facing is a sort of a blackout, or nothing is there anymore, like you thought or you were projecting that it would go. It might be, like you reset your iPhone and with new program coming in, then first you shut down and you totally black out. And then the program reset himself, reboot, then you start and you restart all the program, and you have to align everything, put your codes again, and then you access a complete new device. It's exactly what happened to us right now. We have been, through the last 7 years, stretching and stretching and stretching for our core essence, a way trying to go through this time of abandoning so much of the past. Now it's time to just go with it, throw yourself above the wall and realize we've made it. We are in the new. We are totally 2 feet in the new. So what is interesting is if you have been able to cut from, I would say, your genetic conditionment, now the ancestors who are taught, because the ancestors, they are just among us. Where you think they are? They are not in the cloud, they are not in the darkness, they are not in another world, they are just with us in consciousness. And they had, like 7 generations before, that they had anticipated that we need to go to a change toward more love, more tolerance, more opening. And there now, that positive intention from ancestor is just kicking in your butts. You have now the approval. Time is now. And now it's possible to be more tolerant, more open, more comprehensive, and more loving to anyone, with no discrimination, And of course, each of us is touched at a different speed. And that's what you see, that some people are slow, some people are super quick. Don't try to compare. If some people seems to be already on the super nova, an orbit full of light and be inspired and expanding, and you feel like, oh my God, for me it's very slow. This is not a problem. Anyway, we are entering this new cycle of 7 years, as I was saying in the previous KARTA time. We're going to go to 2026. So this is a 7 years manifestation of the love and how we can rebuild a world based on the mutual understanding, tolerance, comprehension, forgiveness, mutual forgiveness for our limitation, and help each other to always uplift our frequency. So we are uplifter for each other. This is a sort of a new way to, we will discover this year another lifestyle. And it's not just based on get up in the morning and eat mung beans and rice. You know, it is not just being vegetarian. It will be much, much bigger. It will be like whatever you eat, if you do it consciously, I am with you. Do you understand? This understanding that each of us can invest himself fully in full awareness in his life and be absolutely conscious of his decision. This is where we are going. You will need to be so individually determined. You need to determine your willingness. What do you want? What is your intention alone? Because it is no collective answer to that. There is no dogma that works for you anymore. You need to teach yourself, you need to ask yourself, and you need to answer yourself. So you're going to put yourself on that orbit of serving a very strong key value that are meaningful for you. And when you start to initiate that commitment, you will see that other people will recognize you as a conscious person, because all you need is serve the unlimited in you. That's the unlimited love, unlimited mind. And then you assume that then you are one with the whole. Because all of us taking that decision to be living with integrity, living authentically with who you really are as an unlimited person, human being, then you have now a bridge between all of us where we can be more sensitive. That was the purpose of the self-sensory system, is to be sensitive to the oneness of the frequency that is beyond our limitation, and to realize we are one on that frequency. So many people are now being fired or losing their job or having very drastic, abrupt change. I mean, can be like from one day to another, they enter their home and there's nobody there. Things like that, you know. This is just a way for you to face this huge, unlimited space where you can now, you are free to, and you must use your free will to decide what I'm going to invest into this life, what I want to bring into this life, and that I can shine and share with others. This is a level of responsibility. We used to speak about, you know, Aquarian age is the age of responsibility, but it's not in the term of Piscean age where you're in this hierarchy and you have to face responsibility according to a code of hierarchy. There is no hierarchy anymore. Everybody is the circle. Every human being is equal to any human being. It's not one above, one below. And you need to position yourself on that circle and decide, I deserve to be on that horizontal. I'm not born on a shame. I'm not born inferior. I'm not born not skilled or not developed. This is not true. Whoever you are, you're sitting on the same plan. is the human being plan, the new human being. And we all have to face the same challenge. How are we going to create this new life, this new paradigm? Because now it is opening and now it is possible. So for all the months that comes until the end of March, so many opportunity will come for you to invest in structure or organization or consolidate your relationship, that you're going to set the ground for the next 7 years. So it's going to be a new crowd around you, a new team, a new group consciousness working with you, supporting you, and you reflecting on them. So you can start to materialize your potential. And this can take these 7 years. So you're not going to materialize next month. The materialization of your thought and the inspiration that is coming to you may unfold gradually, day by day, for each of us at different speed. But definitely in 7 years, we will have manifest that new world based on unconditional love. So you see, it's no hurry, and at the same time, there is no time to waste in the past. So this is what we feel now. We have been abandoned with our past. If we didn't cut it consciously, now is a bit late. We can't catch up with that. It's gone, and it is going faster and faster. But the new is coming in step by step. So this is the way I felt. I felt these two big different feelings. The one of being like, wow, I'm just on my own. I have this whole empty space in front of me. How I'm going to invest myself now, and how I'm going to find the resources, everything, and then drop all these ideas and just open the heart, elevate your frequency, and then receive that incredible impact of support, that loving energy is coming to you. It brings you such a high frequency that your mind is opening beyond any sense of insecurity. And then all of a sudden the bliss is blossoming in your heart, and that joy is triggering your passion and the energy to really move into action. So that's what I feel. For so many years now, the last 7 years, I've lost my passion. Even though I am a passionate person and I live passionately, I know how it was in the past, and I know how it was the last 7 years. It was in decline. I was not boosted anymore. I was not rushing and running on my wave. I was floating and trying to really go through the time. And now, since last week, I just feel so enthusiastic for no reason. I mean, my heart is full of gratitude. I wake up every day. I don't have to think, meditate, be grateful. No, it's just like, bang, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to so many people, to so many situations, to the day that is coming. It's just popping up in my heart. So I wish it happened to all of you guys, because it is the time to be grateful for the life that is coming to us, all these possibilities that are opening to us. And don't try to analyze and to be rational and to plan like we used to do in the past. Let it unfold. Let it come to you. You remember this femininity we were working on and rehabilitating our feminine side, which is the side of receiving, welcoming, waiting, be patient, and be still active. So this is exactly in the middle of what I feel I am. And I guess many of you are going through that. Dropping definitely the past forever and just being ready. Just being ready. So hello, Alsace. So time as we knew and life as we knew it just before will never be again the same. If you start having that statement with you, you're just really ready. Never will be the same again. And we don't need to know how it will be. That is the beauty of it. Just have to let ourselves go into that new, surprising coming of life. So we need to be open to that. And this is how you react when things are going out of your control, when things are coming and provoking you and destabilizing you. How do you welcome that? How can you open yourself to welcome that? This is how you should observe yourself. If I'm still resisting, work in that. There is an insecurity toward the unknown, and this is, we all have that. If you observe it, it will very quickly dissolve. And then again, new things come and triggering you, and again dissolve. So this is like a daily routine today. What comes to you as shaking or opportunity that doesn't fit with what you thought, what should be, or things that are leaving you, that you regret, or you feel, oh my God, how I'm going to do it without that. Just bless what is happening, be totally with it, and even opposite, you know, facilitate the things to happen, because everybody has a doubt. There's many doubt going around, and fear. And that's why if you daily work on the level of your heart frequency and your level of tolerance and forgiveness, then you raise into this compassion and unconditional love, which is absolutely necessary today. You cannot invent that. This is a sensation in your body. This is something coming in your heart chakra. If you focus on love and unconditional love, or you commit yourself to serve that value, see how much it will open your space. I think it sounds like common, it sounds like easy, but it's not easy. It's a practical. It's a practicum. I would say we are in training to learn how to do that. And don't take it for granted, or don't assume that if you understand it from the mind, definitely you don't understand it from the heart. Because what is asked from us today, it is not understanding from the mind, it is wisdom that is coming out of our heart. So this is my message. Be as light as you can. That means don't hook on things, don't hook on people, don't ask things to stay with you, but just rather just bless the dissolution, bless what is going, bless what the absence is creating and the space it is creating for you, because light can come in now and love can come in now. So here we are facing a radical change, and saying yes to it. That's my deepest wish for you. If you can accept, embrace that radical change that is offered to you, you will see manifested in your life, and you will see gradually, day by day, how much it brings new quality, new frequencies, a new level of perception, boosting your intuition, and starting to trust that I can go through my day just trusting my intuition. This is also new. Until now, everything was predictable. Since today, nothing is predictable. So we cannot anticipate. We just need to receive that frequency that says, you are on the right orbit. And this is this inner voice of your higher self, say, guiding you through these values. You will be comfortable knowing within yourself that it doesn't matter what's going on outside, I am walking on the right orbit. I am elevating myself every day. Every moment is a moment for me to expand and inspire others to do so. So when you live with that awareness, that exaltation come, and this co-union. This is that we are experiencing that we are a unit all together. We are in unity all together. And when one is moving, it will make you moving. And when you expand, you help others to expand passively. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do action. You just have to elevate yourself in frequency. So here we are. What else to say? I think as a conclusion, with all this paradigma that you may observe and you may open yourself to it, the very strong question that you must ask yourself that is now meaningful is, what do I want to manifest? What do I want to manifest? That is really a question just that lay on you. And that's a way to give birth to the new you, is take the responsibility, take a deep breath in and look at that. What do I want to manifest in my life? And just be prepared. It doesn't have to be very exact, very precise. It's not like about, I want to manifest a car, a bicycle, or a partner, or a house. It is from the soul I'm talking. What do I want to manifest from my soul? What kind of a reality I want to live in? What kind of a world I want to see? What kind of a world I choose that I want to see? This is what you want to manifest. And all details will fall in place. Don't worry about that. The color of your next bicycle will fall in place. But first, today, is another level of frequency where we want to manifest all together a field, a tantric field of unisonness, where our intention is to manifest a world of a loving relationship between each other. And with that frequency, manifesting the light on this planet. You can choose your own way, you have to connect with your very, very deep feeling, and in your heart, bring it into your third chakra and just set this intention that I see it is possible now to manifest a global world that makes sense. In your own definition, with your own frequency, with the way you receive that energy, just bring it into your system and just put yourself behind it and decide. The minute you decide to serve that down of the new humanity, you see how you're going to be, just by that decision, elevated. So that's how I invite you to move into this next month, work on that inner decision that I am a worker for the down of that new humanity, and I'm consciously decided to offer my time and spirit into manifesting that other level of frequency within myself and around me. Now, this is a sort of a prayer. This is a practice. Okay, as we speak about practice, I can share with you maybe a little set of Kriya. Is three posture in 3 minutes each. That's gonna set the energy, and then you do meditation on oneness. So the first practice I invite you to do is your right arm is forward with the palm looking forward, and the left fingers are on the line of your third eye. It's a very classic practice. And your chest is out, you connect to your heart and connect to your third eye. You will close your eyes and start breath. It's a rhythmic breath of fire. So it's not the classic breath of fire, it's really pumping the navel in and out and breathing through the nose. What you want is bring your navel to become intentionally rhythmic and powerful. And we want to activate this cavity that is just underneath the navel, which is where the Kundalini is potentially waiting for you to be triggered. And we're gonna breathe like this and connect to the third eye. And for 3 minutes, very systematic, very rhythmic, breathe powerfully, and just to like be sure now I'm open to see the new reality. I'm ready to see the new reality. I'm ready to see a meaningful world. This kind of affirmation through the practice of that breath for 3 minutes. And so this is you connected your psychic with a universal psychic that is coming to us with new inspiration, new images, new codes. Then the second posture is bring your elbows together and the forearm together and the palm together, the side of your hands, making a cup like this. And that's the femininity, is opening the heart, and it's about receiving all the prana we need to elevate our frequency so we can actually see through our intuition. And the breath will be a cannon breath. But still solicitate your navel again on the exhaling. And we go for 3 minutes with that breath, systematic and rhythmic, powerfully. You're gonna accelerate and accumulate more prana and make it circulate, connecting the third chakra and the third eye together, and with this heart opening. The third one, which is a sort of expanding and boosting your frequency on the heart, is about holding the breath. And we start with the arm open, like embracing everyone, open, and then we're gonna crisscross the hand powerfully. You inhale all the breath and hold it as long as you can, crisscrossing your hands. When you can't anymore, exhale, hold the breath out, and keep going. Keep going, keep going. We crisscross front, back, quickly. And holding the breath in, then exhaling, holding the breath out, and inhaling and again for 3 minutes. So 3 times 3 minutes is a 9-minute soup. At that moment, you will be really expanded, high spirit, the heart very open, your intuition totally plugged in. And what you want to do now is to be radiant from your new frequency and expand that frequency of love. And this is the mantra, again, we go back to this Homi Hom Brahm Hom. Homi Hom Brahm Hom. So we can use the song mantra singing by Niranjan Kaur, and hold the, we call it bear grip. It's like the left palm is looking forward and you grasp your right hand and pull it on the side. Bring this on the level of the thymus, just in between the heart and the throat, and the elbows are up, so we just keep the chest out, and then the head is dropping back, and you close your eyes, and we're gonna sing Homi Hom Brahm Hom, but on that mantra, Homi Hom Brahm Hom, you pull the navel while you're singing. Homi Hom Brahm Hom, Homi Hom Brahm Hom. So you keep pull, release the navel, and you want to pulse this navel on that song. And pulling your arms nicely, you will feel this opening on the heart, and then moving in that consciousness that we call Tantric Consciousness, where this is unified field of consciousness where we are all one. And I am the Brahman, I am part of the oneness of the whole. and I can see now the oneness in everything. Yeah, that's the idea of love. Unconditional love is a resonance to the one. That's what it is. So I think if you go, that last meditation you do for 11 minutes, and you have a really nice practice, not too long, but super efficient, that will keep you, and do it in the morning. So you set your day, set this intention to see this world up to the frequency of unconditional love, and go through the day. So that's my wish, that you would keep that level of compassion around you and uplifting anybody you meet through the day, even though sometimes you will feel yourself needed to have that support, but you will attract it. If you are spreading it, it will come back to you. This universe is just one. So I wish you a wonderful practice with that. Okay, so now we're reaching the second part of our meeting. It's about answering some of our questions that are based on all this teaching. And obviously, as we are going through changes, everybody has to face this type of solicitation. So there was one lady called Untitled Chapter that she did the Éveil de Soi like 4 years ago or something like this, and then went to study in different other schools and ashram in India and all over the place. And now she just got a little daughter of 4 months, and she's wondering where and how could I keep up with my spiritual path. I think being a mother is your spiritual path right now. You need to be patient and focus on anything you can offer to this new soul that is ready to embrace the new world and will be part of this new reality we are now preparing in our consciousness. So just don't worry. The school of life is the first school. We're not needing to learn in workshops or... So if you keep on your practice, you don't need to do a sadhana at 4 o'clock in the morning when your child is keeping you up day and night. So your focus is be available, open, forget about yourself in a way, and slowly, within a year or two, you're going to get this new energy, and you will be able to free yourself in more time, and then realize how much spiritual was your journey to sharing this life with this newborn being that is so important, and then you need to care for it. And this is Seva Yoga, is Karma Yoga is beautiful, is one of the deepest practice you may do in your life. Don't miss the time. And again, this is a highly intense test about unconditional love. All mothers know what I'm talking about. So just feel supported or connect with other mothers who are going through the same period, and support each other. This is a group consciousness that can really help you to understand more what's going on in your life at the moment, because you are serving in a very unique way. And you can do any practice that can, like the one I just gave now, altogether is 20-25 minutes, something like this, 3 times 9 minutes plus 11 minutes. You have a good small practice you can do in between to reboot yourself, re-inspire yourself, something that not exhaust you, not working out, but just not work out, work for yourself, support yourself, inspire yourself, and have good time. There was another question about soulmate and partnership, and when you meet somebody, you desperately feel this is the one of my life, and at the same day there is so much confusion, fear, anxiety, and so I think I have answered that question. Is today challenge is not the people, it is how you can recalibrate your level, your frequency of unconditional love. So when you see yourself attached, expecting somebody else, having specific behavior and all that stuff, let it go, because there is no need for other people to change. You cannot develop yourself and your own love if it is conditioned to somebody else. So definitely you are not in a co-union when you project that you met your soul mate, and then start creating challenge and problems and all that. This is expectation. This is a codependency, or old style of relationship. We are all dreaming still in our back of our memories, and it is not anymore the time for this type of projection, but rather to really confront your partner, stand for your value, share this unconditional love, be reassuring that you don't want to limit the other one, and you will never accept to be limited by anyone. So this is, I think, the new partnership is opening up now, and it has nothing to do with anything we have known in the past. And the old dream, if those are living it, is fine with this, but the newcomers in the life are facing a very different paradigm, and there are so many amazing opportunity to open up to relationship in such a new way, where you will be uplifted and you can really see how much you can expand by resonating with other people who respect you and not trying to take advantage of your energy or lean on you for anything, but rather reflect on you, your own beauty and grace, and appreciate that you are sovereign, autonomous, and working with yourself on your own limitation. So this is another type of relationship. Okay, another question. Maren is asking, falling into this, I'm not capable, I am insecure. She came back from level 2 weeks, and what can she do now? I think definitely it's about working on your femininity and the deep insecurity and shame, or feeling not enough self-worth because you can't connect with this higher self of you that could tell you that you are secure, that you are taken care, that the universe loves you, you are guided, and you're safe. So I think I would suggest maybe if you finish all our program of level 2, and this is still to be worked, you know, this is showing that in the last 7 years, we were working and approaching the process of self-healing and understanding we need to do this, but we didn't have the real tool to transform. And today our programs have radically changed because we are really focusing on the effectiveness of the change and not talking about it. So I think you missed this time, and you were in that last 7 years. So it is time now to readjust with how can you be effective with what you have learned through this time. And this maybe just join another module that we do, or this specific, we do this Women of Joy in the summer that is specifically working on that resistance that are more typical from maybe women to feel. But I know men are pretty much similar as well. So today the gender difference is not as big as before. Facing the change of time, we're all absolutely the same. We're very insecure, and it's for everybody. To come into a group process and with the group, a mirror group that can reflect and help you to see what you cannot access, because inside you, you refuse to see. There is a part of you that is definitely not ready to see your limitations. So you rather be afraid than to dive into that and see what actually you need to rehabilitate in you to be fully responsible. And this you can find, I think, in the group we are working with now, and the people who come, they are ready, and they help each other through the process to realize that you have a potential. You don't have to be afraid. But that is no theory. You need to come and dive into an experience. So I invite you to come back into one of our modules and maybe this Woman of Joy and just experience that. Ananda Devi also is talking about having high and low and being on track and losing track and so and so. I think this is because you have been so clear about your spiritual path or how you wanted to intend to bring new values in your life and all that stuff, but it came from the mind. From the mind, it is not solving problem. Practicality is you need to bring all that vision into your heart, and from the heart energy, it will guide you. The meditation I suggested for this KARTA time is very good for you. So Ananda Devi, practice the energy of the heart, open that frequency, rise it, become lighter, and see that you will catapult into the higher of the high. Yo-yo is not enough. What you want is like, wow, and not just up, oh, wow. No, it's a wow, beyond. So this is happening not from understanding better, not from committed yourself better, is from bringing all your vision, all your sensation into the heart and open that door to absolute tolerance, absolute patience, and total dedication. Somebody here who says, I'm not heard when I speak. Why is it happening? I can't bear that anymore. So this is somebody who underestimate the power of the word. Remember, one thing is, whenever you speak, you need to carry the light with your word. That's a very good formula for me. Whenever I speak, I convey the light. The light is bringing clarity to others, bringing inspiration, elevation, bringing prana, just simply energy that boosts them. So if you do so, you will see all of a sudden people start to listen to you. If you're desperately speaking about something you want them to hear from you because you've never been heard, this is a neediness of a child that cannot speak. Remember that when you had this child before 3 years old, you would not speak a proper language and you speak half sentences or few words that were broken words, and people try to hear you, and then finally they're so bothered because they don't understand what you're speaking about. They finally, beside the mother or the father, the others just they lose their patience with you, and you feel, I'm not listened, I'm not heard. So it seems like you are back in that situation that is a pretty autistic space where you speak to yourself because you need something, you need to express, you need to communicate, but you need to communicate needs. You know, when you start communicate needs to people, they just close up. Because you need to fulfill your own needs, and you can't expect anybody to listen to you as these needs are so important for you and they should be important for everybody and la la la. So look at very closely to what you're speaking when you speak, when people do not listen to you, and reflect on yourself. Am I now a beggar? Am I begging some attention? I'm begging some, like I should be more important for them, or I should be noticed, or I should be loved, or I should be accepted. All this kind of begging, this is something you didn't do with yourself. So communication is when you are totally self-established, sovereign, centered, and contained, then you can produce a word that brings light into others, and everybody wants to hear you because they will feel inspired, they will feel uplifted. But if you go communicate you're lacking what you're lacking, definitely nobody wants to hear you. So maybe look in that direction and observe when people refuse to listen to you and to listen what you were saying that was so important. Look at if you couldn't have not gave yourself what you are talking about. That's my advice. How to deal with fear. I mean, this is this is a general theme. We all now are in fear, facing the unknown of what is our close future and even the midterm future of this planet, with all this warming happening that is beyond the global warming, and things are going to change radically on this 10 years, not only on our psychic and our physical body and our habits and our environment will shift enormously. So fear is underneath any change, insecurity. So just uplift, elevate, that's Kriya I gave now. We elevate your frequency and you will not see the fear. Fear is an investment in an idea that has no reality. But for you, the feeling of fear is absolutely real. So I said it already. We're not fighting fear. We're just changing the level of frequency and the fear is gone. After that, you need to develop in you a certain level of courage and passion to understand that if you raise fearful situation, you also have the resources to go through. So there's not such a fear that will block you. Fear comes to you, that means you have the resource and the courage to go through it. Just find the resource and just go. Go for your purpose and nothing will stop you. Okay. A question about physical pain. This is Helen Joy Baher. I suggest that this is what we learn in Ayurveda, that the pain, the physical pain, is an unbalance of Vata, and this can be, you can help yourself at least. It will not suppress it and it will not make it disappear overnight, but it will help you if you use oil. So what we advise is use sesame oil that is lightly warm, and just massage the area. And then, of course, if you have essential oil that works for what you have identified as a pain or local, if it is articulation or muscles, tendon, whatever it is, then you find the appropriate essential oil that you put with your sesame oil and massage the area morning and evening, and slowly it will come. Don't expect the result on the spot, but it will come. And then search what is the resistance, what does that pain is showing you, because you will find the root cause also, which you can transform through diet and exercise and movement. But use the oil on the outside is very, very good, very efficient to help to deal with physical pain. Another, Emily, is asking the question, I don't know if I need to have a child or not, and ask the question. Éveil de Soi week is a week where you can ask such a very dramatic and essential question in life, and you will definitely get an answer by the end of the week, I can assure you. This is happening so many times. So well, that's what I can tell you. Child or not, you need to find the answer within you. And that week of Éveil de Soi is definitely a module for this type of deep question that you ask yourself in your life, and you want to get a very clear answer. You will, I promise you. Hélène is an interesting question. It says, oh, there are so many mythic people who can accomplish exceptional things, so big, and why am I not like this? How is it possible? So, you know, you are exceptional. You just did not discover in which field. And when we are exceptional is absolutely unique, and it doesn't have to be worldly known. There are millions of people, humble people, who have incredible, beautiful, amazing way of going through life with nobility and grace, and are absolutely exceptional people with less demonstration than what publicly usually we hear on TV or on channels. This is more like the cult of the star. You understand? The star system is people who are desperate and humble people, and they don't realize the preciousness of their essence and the beauty of the diamond that is hidden in themselves. They're looking outside, and this system of star is part of what we call samsara. The samsara is misleading people when it gives you a passion to become a sort of a star, the president, the only person who managed to go over the Everest mountain or went down in bicycle from that mountain, whatever. You can increase the challenge and become even more exceptional. This is misleading people, because those who achieve that after that is down. So the point in life is, if you are motivated to really develop a courage to do something absolutely exceptional, there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't give you a better status as a human being. And after that, you still have to accept that this will be a one day in your life. And after that, it doesn't mean that you feel you have succeeded in your own life with your own soul. So exceptional realization outside are also karmic resolution. And this is also energy people needs to transform to align themselves to the unlimited self. Exceptional doesn't mean unlimited. You understand? It has also a limit to it. So they didn't find their unlimited self unless through the challenge and after overcoming all the difficulties, the downfall of that situation, when the exceptional realization happened and occurred, then how these people can integrate the experience, that's the key thing. Not what they did, but how they're able to integrate that experience. So this is my perspective on that. Exceptional people, they are nothing exceptional. They just is a whole lot of coincidence and a gathering of field of energy when they have been pushed to do that and realize that. But it doesn't mean they are exceptional human beings. That's my approach to that. So embrace the exceptional of who you are very deep into your heart, and you will find it, because inside you there is definitely something unique, exceptional, that has no limit, that can give you a sense of beauty, harmony, and grace, and that you can share with everybody. It doesn't matter circumstances of your life, and that is definitely exceptional. You will not find so many people on that level of frequency. So to finish, Catherine is asking me what could be a mantra to ground myself when we are spacing out and on the branch of the tree ready to fly. What can I do to ground myself? So I think the very simple basic mantra Har, which is another way for the divine, but the divine anchored on the earth and connected with the tattvas and rooting the energy of your constitution to resource yourself into the earth. Har. And then a perfect combination would be Har, Hari, Hari. This is absolutely connecting the inspired divine in you, the higher frequency, and bring it into the earth. Har Hari Hari, Har Hari Hari, Har Hari Hari. You can add Waheguru, which is the realization of your incarnation. I am anchored and I am anchoring my divine here on this planet. So, I think I wish you a fantastic practice, and remember, be clear about what you want to manifest from your soul, because it's going to happen. That's the good news. So, love you all, and we keep on expanding this field of compassion and loving frequencies, and keep ourselves in a much higher and lighter level of being, and we'll meet again. So, I bless you all, love you all, wish you have a wonderful month with a lot of insight and manifestation. Sat Nam. Bye-bye.